Has your cat ever bitten you out of nowhere, so you shouted or shoved them away without thinking? What you do in that split second might seem harmless, but it's exactly what you shouldn't do. Cats bite for all kinds of reasons: fear, overstimulation, even affection, and your reaction can either make things worse or help fix the root cause. To avoid damaging your bond or making the behavior worse, here are 7 things you must never do. Number 7. Shout or yell at them. Why does your cat bite you and then look at you like you're the problem? It's tempting to shout, "Hey," or raise your voice in the heat of the moment, but yelling does more harm than good. While it might feel like a natural reaction, cats don't understand shouting the way we think they do. Loud noises don't teach them anything. They trigger their survival mode. Your cat doesn't hear discipline, they hear danger. And once that switch flips, trust starts slipping. Cats rely heavily on sound and tone to read their environment. A sudden, loud voice activates their amygdala, the part of their brain tied to fear and stress. One sharp yell can make your cat feel cornered, even if you weren't trying to scare them. Instead of learning not to bite, they learn that your voice equals a threat. The result? They avoid you, become more reactive, or worse, build anxiety around your presence. For example, let's say your cat bites while you're petting them. If you snap and shout, they'll remember the noise, not the bite. Keeping your tone calm, even in surprise, builds long-term trust. If you need to break the moment, use a neutral, firm voice or simply walk away. That shows your cat that the behavior ends attention, not that you're unpredictable. Remember, cats aren't being bad, they're being instinctive. Number 6. Physically punish or hit. You'd think a quick tap or light smack might teach your cat a lesson, but it actually teaches them the opposite. While it might feel like a natural, immediate way to correct a bad behavior, especially if they just bit you, physical punishment doesn't register in a cat's brain the way it does for humans or even dogs. Instead of linking the punishment to the bite, they link you to pain and fear. Cats don't learn through pain. They learn through associations, good or bad. So when you hit, push, or physically correct them, even lightly, they remember you as a source of danger. They see you as someone who can hurt them. That creates fear-based behavior, hiding, aggression, or confusion the next time you're close. It's a fast way to destroy the very bond you're trying to build. Even worse, some cats retaliate. They don't understand why they were hurt. They just know they were. And now they're more likely to defend themselves next time. Instead of punishing, reward calm, non-aggressive behavior with something your cat loves: treats, gentle petting, or play. For example, if your cat lets you pull your hand away after a nip without chasing or swatting, toss them a treat. That teaches, hey, staying calm equals good stuff. And hey, before we move to the next one, make sure to hit like and subscribe so we can get this video to more people who love their cats as much as you do. Number 5. Staring directly into their eyes. What if I tell you that locking eyes with your cat after they've bitten you can make things even worse, and not for the reason you might expect? In the animal world, especially for cats, direct eye contact isn't seen as friendly or understanding. It's often a challenge. So while you might be trying to read them or show you're serious, they're reading you as threatening or confrontational. That unblinking stare feels more like a standoff than a resolution. Cats communicate a lot through body language, and the eyes play a big role in that. A slow blink? That's affection. But a fixed gaze, especially after a tense moment like a bite, sends the wrong signal. Your cat might feel like you're daring them to strike again, or worse, that you're not someone they can relax around. Instead, try softening your gaze, blinking slowly, and even turning your head slightly to the side. These small shifts can tell your cat, I'm not here to fight. It diffuses tension and resets the vibe without saying a word. Number 4. Strong sprays. Has anyone ever told you to use strong sprays, like water or citrus, to stop your cat from biting? You might have heard that these sprays can deter bad behavior, but in reality, they can make things worse. While it may seem like a quick solution, Using harsh sprays can actually damage your relationship with your cat and cause unnecessary stress. Cats don't respond well to punishment-based tactics, and when sprayed with something unpleasant, they may become anxious, fearful, or even aggressive. This doesn't teach them what you want them to do. It only increases their confusion and mistrust. Cats have an incredibly strong sense of smell, about 14 times stronger than humans. Their noses are extremely sensitive to certain scents, and using strong-smelling sprays like citrus, vinegar, or even perfume can be overwhelming and distressing for them. These harsh scents can cause discomfort or even trigger a negative association with you, as they link your presence to something unpleasant. Over time, this can lead to behavioral issues, such as fear or avoidance, which could damage the trust between you and your cat. If your cat starts to nip at your hand, you could gently pull away and replace your hand with a toy, like a string or ball. As soon as they latch onto the toy instead, you can reward them with a few strokes or a treat. As mentioned earlier, the positive interaction helps reinforce the behavior you want, while avoiding the negative associations created by sprays or physical punishment. Number 3, isolate them. Have you ever thought that isolating your cat might be the answer when they bite? It's easy to think that giving them space will solve the problem, but in reality, isolating your cat can cause more harm than good. While it's true that cats are independent creatures and sometimes enjoy their alone time, they are also social animals that need interaction with both humans and other animals to feel secure. Cutting off their access to these social connections can lead to stress, anxiety, and even depression. Taking away their freedom or locking them in confined spaces as a punishment can be devastating. Cats are territorial animals, and they don't like being restricted to a small area, especially if they are used to roaming around the house. Now, what you should do when your cat bites you is to calmly and gently remove yourself from the situation. After that, instead of putting them somewhere they may feel trapped, offer them a quiet place to go, like a bed or perch, where they can safely settle down. This allows the cat to calm itself and prevents reinforcing any negative associations that might come from punishment. Number 2, ignore the sign of pain. Did your cat ever bite you out of nowhere when you were just minding your own business? You might think they're being undisciplined, but sometimes it's actually a call for help. Cats can't exactly tell you when they're feeling sick or in pain, so biting can be their way of saying, "Something's wrong, and I need you to notice." When a cat is in pain, whether it's from an injury, a dental issue, or an internal condition like arthritis, they might lash out in frustration. Unlike us, cats can't verbalize their discomfort, so they might bite as a defense mechanism, hoping to get your attention. For example, if a cat has a sore tooth or an injury that's been bothering them, touching or even approaching the area can cause them to react aggressively. Their bite could be a way of telling you to back off because something hurts, not because they're being aggressive. Additionally, some health problems like kidney disease or infections can make cats more irritable or sensitive to touch. If they suddenly act differently, especially if they start biting without warning, there might be an underlying health issue that needs to be addressed. It's easy to think they're just acting out, but their behavior could be an expression of pain or illness. Number 1, ignore the biting and let it slide. Have you ever been bitten by your cat and thought, they're just playing, so you let it slide? While it might seem harmless in the moment, ignoring biting behavior can lead to more problems in the long run. A bite, no matter how small or playful it may seem, is a way for your cat to communicate something. When you let it slide without addressing it, you're essentially telling them that it's okay to bite you, which might encourage this behavior to continue. Ignoring the bite can also reinforce the idea that it's acceptable for cats to use their teeth in interactions with humans. Over time, this can lead to a cat that regularly bites during play, or even when they're frustrated or overstimulated. Cats need boundaries just like humans do, and setting those boundaries helps them understand what behavior is acceptable and what isn't.